Everybody, I'm Stacy with Stacy's Organizing and Decorating for Life, or stacyforlife.com. I'm here to help you organize your thoughts and decorate your perspectives. So the last two videos I did were on conflict and confrontation, and so I wanted to expand on this one because I had mentioned in the last one about unrealistic expectations, hence our expectations versus reality. What unrealistic expectations are dreams, goals, desires that or wishes even that you have inside yourself that you're working towards, but you don't express outwards. So if you don't say it outwards, sometimes you're not going to be able to get it. We have to learn to communicate those things outwards, hence making them a realistic expectation. However, when we do make things oftentimes a realistic expectation, they still don't turn out like we want. So it's been able to also let go of the attachment and how that's supposed to look. Or if we have an action plan, are we just venting or what have you? So I have to be careful in the people that I do deal with and the things that I do. If it's just somebody just venting and not wanting to work on change, they're expecting somebody outside to fix them or something from outside to fix them, then that's not going to happen. So to make an expectation real, it has to be something that we desire and that we work for and that we're willing to express and to step out into the ring and to let people know what we're wanting and that there's no plateau, and to be able to let go of that fear of failure, that fear of rejection, and that idea of perfection. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. The definition of an unrealistic expectation is just like an unsaid expectation, and it's usually self-defeating. It's dealing with ideas and matters in a way that's not realistic, and it's impractical and not visionary. So let me explain this to you. If you're wanting to go on a date for a weekend, say with a guy, and you're sitting there waiting for the phone to ring, but you haven't expressed that you wanted to go on a date, and you haven't expressed where you wanted to go, and you haven't expressed what you wanted to do, and you just keep sitting there, you may get upset that you don't get that. Same with a job promotion. If you're sitting there wanting a job promotion, you're working your butt off, you're putting the energy into that all in your mind, and you may even be applying the energy. This happened to me, and then I didn't get the promotion that I wanted, because I didn't put myself out there. And then usually what happens is then we get resentful of the people who get what we want because we didn't put ourselves out there. We thought just this hard work and pretty handwriting or whatever it is your gifts and things are that you have, and it didn't make it work for you. We tend to have this childish response to that. And so I'm going to talk about and elaborate that on a little further in a minute. So what happens is then when you get that date, this is something that there's no plateau, like I've been saying, is then when you get that date, suppose you want to hold hands with this person. Suppose that you reach over to hold hands with this person, or you can even ask this person, do you want to hold hands? And if they reject you, then what are you going to do? But at least you gave them the opportunity to know what your desire was, and then you give yourself the opportunity to make a choice. Sometimes people end up in this endless cycle because they haven't learned to verbalize their wants and needs and desires. Hence, their expectations keep being let down, feeding their low self-esteem. Does that make sense? Sometimes we hide that low self-esteem under arrogance. And this is where people get to making stuff up, and hence codependency, because people will anticipate other people's needs and then get resentful that other people don't anticipate their needs, which is unrealistic expectations. Because we have to be able to verbalize that. As babies, we didn't have that ability to do that. So that's a babyish behavior. But as adults, we have the ability. And we need to express that verbally with ourselves and with the universe. Because other people are extensions of that universe that can make things happen. And we have to give up the idea that we have to know how it's going to happen. We have to know that when we're exerting that energy out there, we're telling people what our dreams and goals and visions are, to be able to let go with not attachment to the perfect way that it's supposed to turn out. Or if we are, we don't get to make up people's minds if they're going to be rejecting of us. When we make up their mind before that, we've already made up their minds. Maybe they're not going to be rejecting of us, but we don't give them that opportunity to do so in codependence when we haven't learned how to express our words. And so being a part, I have my own dreams and goals and visions and no plateau. And it's really exciting. And as I've said before, that if we want to have what people have, we've got to do what they did. So what if, I'm studying an author because maybe I want to write a book, so I'm studying one of the authors that I am inspired by, which is Elizabeth Gilbert, who wrote Eat, Pray, and Love. And she resonates with me and speaks my language. So yesterday I was watching an interview between her and Marie Forleo. And she has a new book out called Big Magic, and it's Big Magic, Creative Living Beyond Fear. So she has a lot of good points in that book. And when I talked about childish and childlike, that was something that she had pointed on yesterday. And I've always known this, but I'm learning to express my words still yet, and I love the way that she does express words. So when she talked about the fact that we need to be childlike instead of childish, this is how that sounds in going towards our dreams and goals and visions and realistic and unrealistic expectations. To have realistic expectations, we go for it childlike, with no fear of rejection, no fear of this, where we're uninhibited. So it's like being, the pursuit of being ready to walk into the world open with wonder, adventure, and newness. And if we go into it childish, this is what I was talking about earlier, when we've already made up our minds if we're going to be rejected or if we're thinking we have to be perfect, then it's like we go into the world like this. I want what I want. If I don't get it, I'll have a temper tantrum. I should have it. Nobody likes me. I'm going to quit. So those are the differences between being realistic and unrealistic, and that attachment and non-attachment, because I have found that some of the things that I've tried for, I didn't get, but I got something else, which was more, it was closer to my soul. It was something that was more authentic and more me, and we're on a journey. Sometimes we do things that maybe aren't towards our authenticity, but if we're open and receptive and don't have that attachment and don't apply this childish energy to it, there could be a manifestation of a miracle we had never even thought about before. So that's the magic of it. And everyone is an extension of us. Instead of being fearful of everyone, what if everyone were on our side? And I'm not saying that they all are. That would be an unrealistic expectation, because what happens is when we get resentful of those people that are getting and achieving the things that we don't want, we're giving them some negative energy and negative vibes, which is still energy. So we can choose the way we want to apply our energy, but if you're giving people negative energy, you're still giving them energy. So I just wanted to give you those thought ideas for today to help you on your journey into your adventure, into your new life of whatever you're trying to do in 2020, is to help keep you propelled, help keep you going towards that prize, because I have to keep myself going towards that prize. And in doing so, I could get into that fear of rejection, and I'm having to study people like Sunny Lenarduzzi, I hope I said that right, and stuff like that, people who know how to do these YouTube videos, because I told y'all before, I'm learning more about production and presentation, and it does help me. It realizes how I talk to myself, how I talk to the universe, how I talk to y'all, because y'all are the universe, and everything else. And so people have mentioned these algorithms on YouTube and stuff, and so I've been hesitant to those, being like, well, I just want to be the change I want to see in the world. I just want to, try to reach those people who are interested in this and blah, 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 blah. But really, the algorithms help be that change that I want to see in the world, because it helps people know that I struggle just like they struggle, just like the people that help and inspire me, is that, they have the same struggles. The struggle is real, y'all. So anyway, I just wanted to extend that and let y'all know that I am learning and seeking and growing, and I do appreciate those of you that are on my email list. I've picked a few people that I get feedback from back and forth, and I really do appreciate that. And I appreciate and love any feedback that you too would like to give me. If you want to send me your email address on Instant Messenger, it's almost time for this video to be over. So if you want to send me your email address on Instant Messenger, I would be happy to include you on my email list. And if you would like, if you like this video and you do want to be that change, and I have expanded my horizons, please hit like and subscribe to the video, and let's be a change that we want to see. Let's help humanity and raise that vibration and experience love, light, and joy, and share that with others, and make that contagious. And, I'll close with this. It's our intention, and so I was watching Will Smith. I'm grateful for all these people who share their stories that are inspiring. And he was talking about building a wall, and this was way back before we're talking about the wall between America and Mexico and all this bull. He was talking about when you build a wall or build something, and a wall is just the example here, but you start with that brick, and you want to make that brick your intention. Set your intention with that brick is, how do I want this to look? How do I want this to be? Just one brick. You don't focus on the big wall and everything else, because everything else will just flow into place with the right and good intentions. So with that being said, I hope again that this has helped you, and I look forward to connecting with you next Wednesday, and I wish you much love and peace. Thanks.